Welcome to the InnerSelf.com audio version of Awakening to Our Cosmic Heritage by Marie Rodwell. Quoting Tracey Taylor. Making contact with a non-human cosmic race occurred since before I was born. These beings were my family before I came to the Earth domain, and I had a close relationship with them which continued after my birth. Since the founding of the Australian Close Encounter Resource Network, ACERN, in 1997, I have worked with more than 3,000 individuals and their families who feel they have had some sort of anomalous paranormal experience. The main aspect of my work has been to support people encountering beings of non-human intelligences, NHI. I have been particularly drawn to highly intuitive individuals, who feel a strange connection to the stars and other galaxies. All this research has led me to discover major changes in an emerging generation of children. Their common feature is the demonstration of increased psycho-spiritual awareness, which appears to be resulting in an overall transformation of human consciousness. The following are extracts from my interviews, research, and conclusions about the awakening star seeds I call the new human. Dormant DNA, the next step in human evolution? Visionary and scientist Nikola Tesla said in 1942, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Awakening to contact or activation, as it has been called, was an extremely profound process for Dr. Marie Batchelor. This occurred spontaneously on a spiritual journey visiting a temple in India. Dr. Batchelor told me that at the time she felt she received some sort of download that instantly expanded her conscious awareness and ultimately changed her life. She reports that, "Previously I was living as a GP, married to a surgeon with 4 amazing children. In 2014, I experienced this download of what I would call now cosmic frequencies. And boom, suddenly I am in cosmic consciousness. This event propelled me into the realms of energy medicine and the holographic field." Dr. Marie Batchelor, in an email message to author in 2016. Dr. Batchelor feels she operates more as a shamanic healer than a doctor. She calls herself a DNA galactic rewirer, upgrading humans through her galactic connection. Dr. Batchelor states her mission is to awaken individuals by helping to activate their dormant DNA in the people she works with. She says the new DNA looks golden with codes and symbols that create the transformation. She adds that "I believe the new children, coming onto the planet, are already activated." Over and over again I have met experiencers who feel that they have been turned on or activated by their encounters with NHI, non-human intelligences. Some liken this to a spiritual expansion, like the bestowing of a multidimensional awareness. They feel as if they have been asleep their whole lives and now they have awakened to a much greater reality. As Dr. Batchelor says, "I wake people up, this is reality." The new generations of human. The awareness of the new children can override the dominant conditioning and programming which occurs from birth. Superior mental and analytical capabilities link directly to the subconscious, superconscious, with an innate connection to the universe, balanced by spiritual understanding. Tracey Taylor. The further research I have done with more than 3,500 families and children has indicated to me that each successive generation follows a pattern of greater shifting that included heightened dimensional attunement as well as expanded physical senses. Children who displayed these abilities have been called in metaphysical terms indigos, crystal children, children of light, and so on. However, other less positive labels such as ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, along with forms of autism such as Asperger's syndrome and dyslexia have been placed on these new children. Could some of these misunderstood symptoms really be the indicators of evolutionary capabilities not yet understood and currently underused? Molecular biologist Dr. William Brown certainly believes this is the case. He feels that we are witnessing a program of upgrading, indicating a more multidimensional mind. Brown feels. Quoting Marie Rodwell. Genetic modification is occurring right now in utero, and is actually producing a new human. This is shown by the exponential increase in autism, AD, and indigo children. The new genetic architecture allows them to see the world in a multidimensional fashion. Their brains work faster and they have access to more information. In the classroom, their learning is much faster than normal. I believe they already know what is being taught. I believe research would show dormant genetic regions are being integrated into the biological systems and occurring in all of us to produce expanded awareness. The modification of the DNA is more the remodeling of the genome to make dormant regions accessible again, and can be accessed with greater efficiency to produce savant-like characteristics. Marie Rodwell, The New Human, Chapter 14. Neil Gould is a contactee, researcher, and author of Close Encounters of the ADHD Kind. He shared with me that he didn't know he had ADHD until he was in his middle years. He then realized that the label of ADHD indicated that he had an expanded awareness others didn't have. Neil refers to ADHD as always dialed into higher dimensions. In 2013 I was approached by scientist and molecular biologist Lena Olsen, who personally experienced a profound NDE, near-death experience, that included encounters with many different forms of otherworldly intelligences. She describes herself as a letter person, ADHD, Asperger's, and acknowledges the intergenerational progressive pattern of these experiences, which was evident to her from her parents and subsequently her children. Dr. Olsen states, individuals with ADHD, Asperger's, and autism do not have faulty genes, but are a human upgrade. Marie Rodwell, The New Human, Chapter 14. Homo Novus, Upgrades Guiding Humanity. Lee Coppetly describes herself as a Homo Novus, a new human. I met Lee when she was just 19 years old. She told me she had numerous contacts with non-human intelligences. As a talented artist, she draws portraits of many of these beings, as they appear totally real to her. Likewise, Lee wrote about her many past lives on different planets in a book called A Soul Remembers, 2019. In this incarnation her mission is to help with the awakening of humanity. Homo Novus is here so humanity survives. We, as a species, are being upgraded to Homo Noeticus. The Homo Novus is trying to wake humanity up through drawings, music, sacred sites. All those born after 2002-2001 are Homo Noeticus. They are literally the next step, and will be able to do things that Homo sapiens never dreamed of. Awakening to who and what we truly are as an evolving conscious species seems to be supported by incarnating souls from many levels of existence. Their mandate is to help with humanity's transition to another level of being. Are we being primed for some grand activation to come at some time in the near future? In my research speaking to many children under 10 years old, they are not only conscious of their cosmic origins, but are fully cognizant of their interactions with many non-human intelligences, that is until they are compromised through education and the reprogramming of beliefs. The profound and stunning statements they can make as a young child are extremely compelling, as indicated by a long-term friend of mine, experiencer Mike Oram in the United Kingdom. In the 1950s, at just 4 years old, he shocked his mother by saying, quoting Mike Oram, "Something of great importance is going to happen on this earth, not in your lifetime but mine. It will affect all units of consciousness whether they are mineral, vegetable, animal, or man. It is to do with global consciousness and that is why I am here at this time, to experience this change. The energy is heading this way and the essence of that energy is light. The energy will repair our DNA, it will make us complete in who we really are." My mother never forgot that conversation. Mike Oram, Does It Rain in Other Dimensions? p. 36-37. In my book The New Human, I particularly focused on the exceptional clarity of information coming from these new generations of children and teenagers. This included their understanding of themselves, soul mandates, their multidimensional abilities, and why they consented to be on Earth at this time. Kathy from Sweden at 9 years old shared that she is being taught by her extraterrestrial guides to be a teacher to her family and other adults. My ET guides teach me different knowledge so I can teach adults. To help humanity to awaken. The New Human is awake and emphasizing that we are a species waking up to who we really are and the truth of our cosmic heritage. The future has already begun. Chapter 10 was reprinted with permission. It is. Copyright 2021. and all rights reserved. The publisher is St. Martin's Essentials. The author of this excerpt, Chapter 10, is Marie Rodwell. She is Australia's leading researcher and writer on the UFOs/contact phenomenon. She is the author of the highly acclaimed book Awakening: How Extraterrestrial Contact Can Transform Your Life. She also produced the award-winning documentaries Expressions of ET Contact, A Visual Blueprint, 2000, and Expressions of ET Contact, A Communication and Healing Blueprint, 2004. Her latest book, The New Human, 2016, documents the next level of human development she calls Star Children. As a skilled regression therapist, Marie brings contactees back to their time of encounters or before, helping them bring through ET messages. In this regard, she founded the Australian Close Encounter Resource Network, ACERN, in 1997 to provide professional counseling, support, hypnotherapy, and information to individuals and their families with anomalous paranormal experiences and abduction, contact experiences. Her website is www.alienlady.com.
We hope that you have enjoyed this article. For over 30 years, we at Inner Self have sought to encourage new attitudes and new possibilities. For more inspiration, visit us at innerself.com. Thank you. Visit the Inner Self Market for new attitudes and new possibilities. You'll find inspiring books, wonderful music CDs, audiobooks, card decks,